Alright, so this is how I would do a setup to mill a rocker pedestal. The first thing is you want to make sure that you're doing, keeping everything real clean. Make sure there's no chips in the vise here. Blow it out with air or something, whatever you got to do to get all the chips out of there. Then get the shortest parallels you can find. Stick them in here like that. Make sure they stand up. Now this bearing is going to be our pretend rocker pedestal because I don't have one lying around. And the hole there is where the large head bolt goes through, and the shaded area, the striped area, represents the material you're going to be removing. So basically this is just going to sit on top of the parallels. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's just going to sit on top of the parallels. Obviously, you want to make sure that the parallels are square to the jaws. And on yours, you're going to want to look under here and make sure that the alignment dowel is not being pinched by the parallels. If the parallels are too thick, they will pinch on that alignment dowel and that will deform it. Brad had that happen to him. There was kind of a fiasco over that with the machine shop he had mill his rockers. So anyway, you just clamp it up like that. And I was too lazy to change this over to an actual end mill, but when you cut, you're gonna move the machine on its y-axis, so you're gonna be going, bring this down, and then you're gonna be taking passes back and forth like this, and your feed rate's going to kind of determine the rigidity of your machine. This machine here is an old Bridgeport. It's a 1949 Bridgeport, and it's not very rigid in the quill, so I would go light if I was doing it on this. My mill at home is a Cincinnati, and it's way heavier duty. You could probably take this off in a single pass if you wanted to, actually. But anyway, that's how I would do that. And if I mentioned about the dowel under here, if you do have an issue with that, what I would do is I would just kind of slide these parallels so that they're not, so that they come just up to the dowel but not actually over it, if that makes sense. So when you clamp this, the parallels can kind of slip around it, because there's still plenty of meat under here to get a good square off those. So that's what I would do, unless you got a set of thin parallels, and then of course use the thin parallels and put them under the whole part. But yeah, so there you go. Any other questions, feel free to ask me. Thanks.